Hello, this is Matthew, and I welcome you to another episode of Unrewarded Intelligence, the channel that offers you free information about expensive matters. This week, we have Bitcoin at $40,521, $1 is 2,468 sats, and Ethereum at $3,040. This week, the OTC desk saw broad buying interest for BTC come in as prices dipped around $40,000. The US desk also saw aggressive buy interest for ETH and UST and sellers of USDT and USDC. Our EU coverage saw volumes trail off towards the end of the week, marked by sellers of CVX and ADA. Buyers shared interest in ATLAS and APE. Asian traders posted healthy two-way flow in ETH. Flow skewed to the sell side while strong buying interest showed up for USD, driven by demand for yield and other FX trading strategies. Bitcoin on-chain activity fell for the second week in a row. Active addresses fell by -4.4%, new addresses dropped by -2.2%. Daily active supply is down by -5.6%, monthly active supply fell -3.2%, and transaction count dropped by nearly -2.1%. The network's market value also dropped for the second week, falling by -9.4% this week, a loss of $80.9 billion. Additionally, while average transaction fees, a measurement of network demand, popped plus 11.6% last week, they fell a whopping -24.6% this week. Miner optimism reversed after posting positive signal last week as Bitcoin's hashrate fell by -1.2% week over week to 202 exahash. Additionally, the miner market cap fell by -9.5%, outpacing the drop in market cap, implying miners sold into the market decline. Bitcoin's miner outflow to miner revenue corroborates this sentiment. The metric saw a plus 5.5% rise, suggesting that miner optimism may be fading as they offload more coins relative to their holdings. However, there's a silver lining. While Bitcoin's difficulty dropped by -1.3% on April 14th, it's currently expected to jump by plus 2.1% around April 27th. For the sixth consecutive week, consumer wallets with one or less have ticked up. Larger whale wallets with at least 1,000 saw the largest increase amongst the wallet cohorts, rising plus 0.1% on the week. Now let's start with news of the world. After the Luna Foundation Guard, a Singaporean entity establishing a reserve protocol for the algorithmic stablecoin USD, acquired $230 million of BTC on April 6 and $200 million of AVAX on April 8 for its reserves. The foundation purchased an additional $173 million in BTC between April 9 to 10, and another $100 million in BTC on April 13. Moreover, Terraform Labs gifted 10M Luna, worth approximately $880 million, to the Luna Foundation Guard's reserve on April 14. The funding will support LFG's purchase of collateral, including BTC and AVAX, to maintain the reserve of UST. LFG now holds over 42,400 bitcoins, worth $1.72 billion, and its address is the 19th largest holder of BTC. The foundation's total reserves are worth $2.5 billion. The team has indicated they intend to grow the reserve to $10 billion over the long term. Sorodino, a town in Argentina's Santa Fe province, is purchasing mining equipment to raise money for rail infrastructure upgrades. Mayor Juan Pio noted that the local community, which totals 6,000 people, supports the initiative. As Sorodino faces stiflingly high inflation and economic difficulties, the town is also challenged with restarting rail infrastructure that has not been used in 33 years. Sorodino is currently challenged with restarting rail infrastructure that has not been used in 33 years within an economic environment hit by high inflation. The mining operation itself is small scale. The town owns 6 graphics cards and is also purchasing a mining rig. They expect to generate monthly income totaling several hundred US. Mayor Juan Pio addressed questions on price volatility, commenting, "We are not buying cryptocurrencies and looking to make a profit on a speculative move whereby we either win or lose. What we will be doing is generating cryptocurrencies, so we will always win." Conversations with crypto mining leaders at Bitcoin 2022 suggest the most significant miners are accelerating their growth plans. Marathon CEO Fred Thiel commented, "All of us are moving full speed ahead, guns blazing." In contrast, others acknowledge mining operators will not keep pace if they are not cost competitive and using the latest set of hardware. Core Scientific CEO Mike Levitt pointed out that the tightening of capital markets has made it difficult for mid-sized crypto miners to operate competitively. Speakers at the conference also addressed the centralization of mining, several of whom agreed that ownership of hashrate, and not the geographical distribution of hashrate, is the best measure of centralization. Barefoot Mining CEO Bob Burnett noted, "I honestly think we're becoming more centralized. I don't think we are dangerously centralized right now, but I think there are some vectors that worry me. I am concerned that most of the mega site development is also public companies. I think that's a really, really dangerous place." Miners also highlighted today's desire for stability, particularly geopolitically. North Dakota government officials are luring crypto miners into their greener pastures with the promise of the cleanest crypto on the planet. The goal is to end its reliance on agriculture and oil by enticing crypto mining companies to set up in the upper Midwest state. The state has already reportedly secured $3 billion of crypto investment and is close to attracting another $3 billion worth of projects. There are no tax breaks or funding, as the state relies on its natural assets. Smaller crypto mining operations have already established themselves in the Bakken oil fields in north-central North Dakota, powered by excess natural gas that is otherwise burned into the atmosphere, i.e., gas flaring. Coin Center, a nonprofit blockchain advocacy group, called a proposal by the Securities and Exchange Commissions to redefine exchange unconstitutional overreach. The group issued a written comment to the SEC's proposed amendments on the definition of an exchange from a system that brings together the orders to one that brings together buyers and sellers. The rule change indicates that communication protocol systems also fall under the definition of an exchange, which could rope in programmers who support the development of projects like decentralized exchanges. Coin Center wrote, "The way it expands the definition of exchange would create an inappropriately broad standard for registration that would impose an unconstitutional prior restraint on the protected speech activities of countless software developers and technologists." Notably, the SEC has previously lost a landmark case, Lowe versus SEC, that involved an argument over free speech. The regulator attempted to stop Lowe from acting as an investment advisor by asking he cease from publishing a financial newsletter, but the Supreme Court dismissed the case, indicating the newsletter was protected under free speech. Bitcoin company Blockstream and digital payments firm Block, formerly known as Square, will utilize Tesla's Megapack tech for a new solar and battery-powered mining facility. The $12 million pilot project is located in Texas and will conclude in the next few months. Each of the two companies put in $6 million to fund the Texas pilot project. The off-grid mining center will feature 3.8 megawatts of renewable solar power, 12 megawatt-hours of battery storage, and 30 petahash of mining hash rate. The batteries will power mining equipment at night and at times when sunlight varies during the day. The project will also include an open dashboard that will show financial metrics and information about the mining capacity and how many bitcoins are mined in real time. Blockstream CEO Adam Back said this project would demonstrate how Bitcoin can help fund the expansion of solar-powered infrastructure, especially in areas rich in renewable energy like Texas. Back said, "We figured we would actually make it a reality and public information in a more transparent way that's usually done for sort of commercial competitiveness reasons so that we can have a more informed discussion. If we publish the raw data, the raw financial information, it speaks for itself." MicroStrategy CEO, Michael Saylor, commented in an investor letter that his bet on Bitcoin is a tremendous success in creating shareholder value. He wrote, "Adopting Bitcoin as our primary treasury reserve asset set us apart from conventional competitors and elevated our brand. MicroStrategy has acquired more than 129,200 Bitcoins for just under $4 billion. The investor letter also highlighted that Saylor is personally insuring the executive team's liability due to the high rates quoted by other insurers who provide such director and officer insurance. Saylor noted that executive bonuses are influenced by their participation in the Bitcoin strategy and 4 directors on the board receive their fees in Bitcoin instead of fiat. Bitrefill is partnering with NBA star Spencer Dinwiddie to launch BitSneaks, a high-tech sneaker capable of displaying the real-time price of Bitcoin. The sneakers have cellular internet connectivity with a 3G connection embedded into a flexible LED matrix screen with a full node and mining rig built into the shoebox. The cellular data is free in 154 countries, and the LED turns purple once Bitcoin hits $1 million. The shoe costs 1 Bitcoin and can only be purchased in Bitcoin. Zebedee, a Bitcoin-only gaming fintech company, partnered with mobile gaming studio FUM Gaming to release Bitcoin Miner, an idle mining simulation that pays real Bitcoin to manage a virtual mining facility on Android and iOS. The game seeks to dispel many common misconceptions held about Bitcoin mining, such as energy usage and difficult barriers of entry, by making it an accessible and educational platform. In the exchange stock market, After all US-based Bitcoin futures ETFs saw AUM fall last week, VITS plus 93.2% and XBTF plus 8% saw notable rises this week. BITO's AUM fell the most, minus 10.4%, followed by BTF, minus 7.2%. While the ETFs traded at a discount to NAV last week, they reversed the trend to trade at a premium to NAV between 0.5% and 8.8%. BITS was the only ETF trading flat relative to its NAV. ETF volumes grew for XBTF, plus 70.5%, and BTF, plus 34%, but fell for BITS, minus 7.5%, and BITO, minus 5.1%. Meanwhile, in the decentralized finance universe and NFTs, Meta announced it will charge a 47.5% fee on all metaverse item sales that occur on Horizon Worlds, its metaverse platform. Out of the 47.5% commission, 30% will go to Meta via the Oculus platform, and a quarter of the remainder will go to the Meta Apps Store. Unlike other crypto-native metaverse platforms, Meta's items are not NFTs, but rather skins and animations similar to those seen in games like Fortnite. For comparison, currently crypto-native metaverse platforms such as Decentraland and Sandbox have a 2.5% and 5% fee, respectively. An animated short film trilogy with the Bored Ape Yacht Club is under development. The first of 3 installments for the series is titled the Dagon Trilogy, and will be premiering at NFT NYC in June 2022. Owners of Bored Apes can submit their apes for consideration as characters in the series, which will be reviewed by a Hollywood casting director. This is all for today. The text version is in the description. Thank you for supporting our channel. Use this information wisely, stay sharp and illuminated. If you enjoyed this session, please support our channel by clicking like and subscribe, and we will keep you updated with the news.